Good morning and welcome to Solar FPV. My name is Anos and I got up early today. I've actually been working for a couple of hours already. 7:30. It's 8:30 here in the morning, or before noon. Yeah, lots of stuff going on my desk here. I'm working through a lot of soldering of different things. Been desoldering my old Mobile 7, the one that deal with the F3 board. I'm probably gonna make this a 2S dedicated, and take this off and actually put an XT30 on there. Boy, I have a lot of stuff over here. There's a lot of stuff here. Lots of cameras. Excuse me, brush DSCs. I got some toy drones that I'm fixing up. I think this is going to become a toy drone. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. This has got the, not the 716 brush motors, but this 710s, I think they're called. Yeah. God, I can't remember the numbers on these anymore. But anyway, so, my, what is this then? Mobile 6, I guess? There's undergone a lot of changes, and is now going to go and get, I'm going to put some 22,000 kV motors on from Flash Hobby FPV Racing Edition, 0802s, so yeah. And then I'm going to put some bi-blade props on, see how that works out. That's an easy stuff. I've done quite a lot of soldering already. So this is the old Santa drone. I resoldered pretty much everything on it, so it's nice and shiny. Put the speaker back on. Resoldered the plug for FPV camera. Put on a new solid pin connector. And next step is to figure out how to bind it to my jumper T-Lite. I've seen some videos online on how to do that. I might have to update my multi-protocol module to be able to do that, which is pretty annoying, but I tried with the Bayang, that didn't work. This is the backup. This is the E011 X-mas drone. The only things that are on the jumper are the E012, so, but I think this is Bayang protocol, but I can't get it working. So I might have to update the multi-protocol firmware. I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to do that. There's something with the SD card. But for now, I'm just gonna try and get it working. And I think everything is actually working. What else have I been doing? I've been fixing this. So this is all sorted up. New power cable, made by me. Got the cap back on. The soldering is shiny. It's not pretty. Well, it's not pretty, but it's stuck on there well. No splodges underneath. That's a cap there. Yeah, I'm just inspecting while I'm doing this. But yeah, I had a ripped power cable. What else have I got? I've put on a beeper, and the beeper wasn't working. So yeah, so I'm just gonna show you guys. Handheld here, because can't be bothered to do anything else. Hope nothing shorts now. But you should be able to hear the beeper as well, and the motors. That was the beeper. So that's good. And the motors are beeping, so that's all good. Everything's working. So that just has to be assembled. Then I have this is the funny bit, because this is what I want. That's why I want to put a camera on and make it really light. And I've got everything ready for the Christmas drone thing here. Just got to figure out a way to mount the camera on this. Yeah, because I'm gonna have this. So, yeah, that's just the way it's gonna be. But yeah, maybe, because everything else that I tried didn't quite work. So, So that's that's what it does. So that's gonna be a bit of fun. And if I can get it flying with my Jumper light, I'll bring this along. I'll take it to the mall. I plan to fly it around, and if a kid catches it, that's his Christmas present. Let's see how that goes. That's my plan anyway. If it so, obviously I'm gonna have to do it so that I can quickly take off the camera and he can just get the drone. Maybe give him the camera as well, because but he's obviously gonna need a pair of VR goggles. So I don't know. I don't have a spare. I'm not gonna be giving these away. I actually quite like these. I got these fixed. Had a power cable that was dodgy. And I mounted the DVR again. You can run these goggles on 2S, but the DVR you can't. So yeah, there is 3 volts pad on the inside though for for a TX. But these are the old VR 007s from E011, and I'm just gonna plan to have these as kind of just a chuck in the bag, you know, and just get going without having to worry too much about looking scary or anything. Excuse me, but I got a USB plug to barrel plug. Very useful. Big old power bank here. And that powers the whole system. So that's great. That's just great. So that can power this for fucking hours. So now I got everything working. I hope the DVR should be working. Yeah, that's a real hassle to take it all apart and something. And I lost a screw as well, so I've got like, sorry about the shaky camera. It's like, it's open here. Don't know if you can see it. It's kind of, yeah, screw it. It works. So far so good for today. A lot of assembly. The Mobula 7 brushed kind of, I don't know what you would call this, the 75mm brushed. That's not been tuned yet. I haven't had time to actually do that, but it's flying, so that's a lot of fun. I probably need to, it's very power hungry, so and I really would like to run it with some bigger batteries, but then I think it's going to get too heavy. I don't know. This was just a random build. Brushed 65mm fly better, in my opinion, than 75. They just seem to get like the what are they called, the 0820s. They just seem to be, you know, too heavy, basically, for something this small. Yeah. Or otherwise, I just need some higher C batteries. I'm actually wondering. No, this is. It's got solid plug as well, so that's not it. Maybe it could be the actual wires, the gauge. The gauge wire that I've been using here is not very thick. I think it's 22, so maybe that could help upping it up. But yeah, but this is ready to fly, I guess. And yeah, what else? I also had some other things. I had this is my guitar tuner, and it had just been lying around with a 9-volt battery in there, so that 9-volt battery corroded together with this plug, so I had to take this apart and solder on a new plug to the actual board. Turned out really nicely. Everything's working. What else have I been fixing? Oh yeah, a power bank for the E011 the EV2 E011 what are they called? Yeah, my goggles. Jeez, you know. Something was really dodgy here with this wire right here. That if it was bent this way, it was snapped, and then that way it would connect again. So I had to shorten it, and it just fits. And I had to take this apart. You can see it's still some screws back there. 2 screws, Phillips screws, is what holds this together here. One there and one there. On this side, and then you just have to kind of pry it open and take half of this sticker off. It's just a sticker. There is no special button. The button is actually something that sticks out from the charging board here. And one thing that I noticed is that this is a 2S, but it's not balancing the it's not a balanced charge board, it's just a charge board, so it's not balancing the 2 cells in here, so watch out for that. So don't worry about taking it apart. You can easily do that. I even think if you're lucky, you could take it apart and put in a balancing charge board, making you whole for the USB thing. But I haven't gotten to do that yet. I don't think it's worth it really, because I've got one that takes 18650s, and I just ordered a new one that's for the Fat Shark that takes two 18650s. So and that can be charged and balanced charged and everything, and that's great. Unfortunately, E011 doesn't produce this one anymore. Can't find it. Fucking damn smart, man. I love this thing. I really do. So yeah, this is what I normally use for my goggles. So yeah. But yeah, now I got this one working again. And so 2S, 2S. And then I have this one, which is 1S, which I think I got working again as well. The batteries in here are not doing so well, but screw it. It's something that I can take apart and fix. I actually made it. Took two cells and put them in series to make still 3.7 volts battery, but because there's space for two cells in here, and I have like loads of these old. Oh God, what were they called? Top Power, Zop Power, something like that. Really crappy, thin battery, square. So yeah, I use those for like topping up my goggle 1S or 2S or whatever. They fit in there. Also have one here. This is an old one as well. You can see. So that's a 2S that you could use for goggles inside like one of these to make a plug conversion, right? Yeah, so it's going really well. It's going really well. Can't wait to test out these motors, see what they do. So that's when I've gotten the Santa drone assembled and the camera mounted, then this is the next project that I'm going to be working on today. So yeah, and as soon as I can get some more power in this homestead, because it's fucking low, I'll do some video editing. But fixing comes first, because I want to be able to go and fly some of these things. So yeah, anyway, stay tuned for more content, and thank you for watching. Leave a nice comment down below. A happy Thanksgiving to all you guys who just had Thanksgiving, and as always, fly hard.